From Cold War-era chemical weapons worth hundreds of millions, to modern stealth submarines that cost billions, and at the very end, a space-based military system with a price tag in the tens of billions. These are the most expensive weapons ever explained. Most expensive chemical weapon, the Novichok nerve agent, estimated development cost $250 million. Developed by the Soviet Union during the Cold War, it was designed to kill within minutes and at the same time being invisible to NATO's chemical detectors. It was so powerful that just a few milligrams is fatal and a single grain of table salt is heavier than the amount. It costed the Soviets $250 million because hundreds of scientists across dozens of secret laboratories were working in secret for almost a decade to make it. The exact formula is still classified. Most expensive attack helicopter. The AH-64E Apache Guardian cost $50 million. It is the most advanced attack helicopter in the world. It can track over 200 targets at once, even in bad weather. It is equipped with 16 Hellfire missiles and a 30mm gun, which can fire 625 rounds per minute. These weapons make it especially deadly to tanks. It has self-sealing fuel tanks, and upgraded models can control drones mid-air. Most expensive battleship. The Yamato, $4.5 billion adjusted for inflation. It was built by the Japanese in 1941 to counter America's Pacific Fleet during World War II. At over 263 meters long, Yamato was longer than 2.5 football fields. It has the largest naval guns ever mounted on a warship. Each shell weighed 3,200 pounds, same as firing a Toyota Prius. It required a crew of over 3,300 men to keep the ship operational. Despite its might, in 1945, after taking 11 torpedoes and 6 bombs, the unsinkable fortress exploded in a fiery blast so massive that witnesses saw it from 100 miles away. Over 3,000 crew members went down with it. Most expensive artillery. The Schwerer Gustav, $250 million adjusted for inflation. It holds the record for the largest gun ever built. It was built by the Germans in 1941 to bomb enemy fortifications beyond their artillery's range. It weighed around 1,350 tons, which is more than 1,000 Toyota Prius. It was capable of firing shells the size of subway cars, weighing around 7 tons or 5 Prius to 29 miles. It was transported on its own railway track, built by its own crew near the front line. To keep it operational, from assembly to firing, it requires a crew of nearly 3,000 soldiers. It saw the war from 1942 to 1945. At that stage, it was basically a relic, vulnerable to Allied superior air power. It was dismantled and later destroyed to prevent capture. Most expensive ICBM. The RS-28 Sarmat, $120 million. It is a Russian super-heavy intercontinental ballistic missile at the forefront of the nation's strategic rocket forces. With the range of 11,000 miles, it can hit anywhere on the Earth from Russian launch sites. It can carry 10 to 15 nuclear warheads. A single warhead is capable of vaporizing Manhattan in split seconds. It's built to outrun defenses. Top speeds are measured in the tens of thousands of miles per hour, reported up to Mach 25. Strategically, Sarmat is designed as a deterrent. It's the kind of weapon meant to make any potential adversary think twice before attacking. But here's where it gets interesting. While the Sarmat is built to be unstoppable, the US can counter it with the help of a space-based weapon system, and we'll get to that later in the video. Most expensive amphibious assault ship. The USS America, $3.4 billion. Commissioned in 2014, it is designed to project US military power anywhere in the world by delivering Marines and their equipment directly onto hostile shores. At 844 feet long, it's longer than 2 football fields. The ship operates as a floating airfield capable of launching F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters, V-22 Ospreys, and attack helicopters simultaneously. It can sustain operations for months without resupply, with advanced medical facilities including operating rooms. Its cutting-edge design eliminates the traditional well deck, maximizing aviation capabilities instead and making it central to rapid military deployments and humanitarian missions. In 2017, it played a major role in the fight against ISIS. Most expensive handgun. The Cabot Guns Big Bang pistol set, $4.5 million. This isn't just a gun, it's a piece of the cosmos older than Earth itself. Created in 2016, this matched pair of 1911 pistols is crafted from a 4.5 billion-year-old meteorite that survived entry into Earth's atmosphere. Each pistol took over 3 years to manufacture because the meteorite material is incredibly difficult to machine. The pistols are fully functional, firing 45 ACP rounds, though at $4.5 million, you'd probably never actually shoot them. Most expensive tank. The Japanese Type 90, $9.4 million. Introduced in 1990, it was designed specifically for Japan's mountainous terrain and narrow roads, making it uniquely suited for defending the Japanese islands. It weighs 50 tons or 35 Toyota Prius, but still, it is lighter than most modern main battle tanks, allowing it to cross Japan's smaller bridges without collapsing them. It is equipped with a 120mm smoothbore cannon capable of penetrating heavy armor at ranges exceeding 2 miles. It features composite ceramic armor that can withstand direct hits from enemy tank rounds, and an automatic loader that reduces the crew requirement to just 3 men. Despite being a capable tank, only around 340 were ever built due to budget constraints, making it one of the most exclusive tanks in service today. Most expensive machine gun. The XM914, $400,000. This is not your typical machine gun. It's a 30mm chain-driven autocannon designed to obliterate armored vehicles and aircraft. Developed by Northrop Grumman for the US military, it's primarily mounted on Bradley fighting vehicles and other armored platforms. It can fire 30mm high-explosive rounds at a rate of 200 rounds per minute. Each projectile capable of punching through light armor and concrete walls with ease. It uses an external power source to drive the gun, making it incredibly reliable. It can fire in extreme conditions where conventional machine guns would jam. A single burst can disable an enemy armored vehicle or down a low-flying helicopter from over a mile away. Most expensive sea-based air defense system, the Aegis Combat System, $400 million. It is an integrated naval defense system made up of a powerful radar, advanced computers, and vertical missile launch system. Developed by the US Navy in the 1970s, it's the most advanced naval defense system ever created. Aegis is deployed on Arleigh Burke-class destroyers and even some Allied Navy ships. It is designed to protect entire fleets from simultaneous air and missile attacks. Its Spy-1 phased array radar can track over 100 targets at once, from sea-skimming cruise missiles to ballistic missiles in space. The system is armed with missiles capable of shooting down aircraft and intercepting ballistic missiles. What makes it revolutionary is its automation. It can identify threats, prioritize targets, and fire interceptors within seconds. Most expensive land-based air defense system. The THAAD battery, $1.8 billion. THAAD stands for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, and it's designed to do one thing: destroy incoming ballistic missiles. Deployed by the US Army, it's the last line of defense against nuclear-tipped missiles. A single THAAD battery includes 6 truck-mounted launchers, 48 interceptor missiles, a powerful ANTPY-2 radar, and a fire control system that coordinates everything. The interceptors don't carry explosives. They destroy targets through sheer kinetic energy, hitting incoming warheads at speeds exceeding 6,000 miles per hour. The system can engage threats at altitudes between 25 and 93 miles, intercepting missiles during their final descent phase. Most expensive bomber. The B-2 Spirit, $2.2 billion. Introduced in 1997, it's the most expensive aircraft ever built and the only stealth bomber in service today. With its distinctive flying wing design on radar screens, it doesn't look like a plane. It looks like a small bird, or sometimes nothing at all. Even its engine exhaust is cooled and hidden inside the wing to reduce infrared signatures. It can penetrate the most sophisticated air defense systems in the world while carrying 2 massive ordnance penetrators or ATJ dams, and it can also carry nuclear weapons. It has an operational range of over 6,000 miles without refueling, and with aerial refueling, it can strike anywhere on Earth. What makes it so expensive is the stealth technology. The entire surface is coated in radar-absorbent material that costs thousands of dollars per square inch and requires climate-controlled hangars to maintain it. Only 21 were ever built due to the astronomical cost, making each one irreplaceable. Most expensive non-nuclear bomb. The GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, $3.5 million. It's the largest conventional bomb in the US arsenal, built for one purpose: to destroy deeply buried bunkers. Weighing 30,000 pounds, equivalent to about 20 Toyota Prius, it's so massive that only the B-2 Spirit bomber can carry it. The bomb is 20 feet long and contains over 5,300 pounds of high explosives, but the real power comes from its penetration capability. It can burrow through 200 feet of reinforced concrete before detonating, reaching underground bunkers and command centers that were thought to be impenetrable. On June 22, 2025, during Operation Midnight Hammer, 7 US B-2 stealth bombers unleashed 14 MOPS on Iran's deeply buried nuclear facility, marking the weapon's first ever operational use. Most expensive grenade launcher. The Mk-47 Striker AGL, $60,000. AGL stands for Automatic Grenade Launcher. It fires 40mm grenades at a rate of 60 rounds per minute. It has advanced fire control system with laser rangefinder and ballistic computer that automatically calculates trajectory, wind, and elevation. An operator can lock onto a target, and the system does the rest, ensuring every round hits even at the maximum range of 6,600 feet. Most expensive nuclear bomb. The Tsar Bomber, estimated development cost, $150 million. Built by the Soviet Union in 1961, it remains the most powerful explosive device ever created and detonated by humans. With a yield of 50 megatons, it was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. When detonated over the Arctic test site, the fireball alone was 5 miles wide, and the mushroom cloud rose 40 miles into the sky, 7 times the height of Mount Everest. The Soviets originally designed it to yield 100 megatons, but reduced it by half just to be safe. Most expensive military infantry vehicle. The Boxer MRAV, $11.4 million. MRAV stands for Multi-Role Armoured Vehicle. Built by Germany and the Netherlands, it's one of the most advanced and modular armoured infantry vehicles in the world. The Boxer weighs around 36 tons, roughly the same as 25 Toyota Prius, yet it can move at 64 miles per hour thanks to its powerful 720 horsepower engine. Also, the top module can be swapped in under an hour, transforming it from a troop carrier to an ambulance, command post, or even a mobile artillery platform. Its armour is among the best in its class, capable of withstanding heavy machine gun fire, artillery fragments, mines, and IEDs. Inside, it can carry up to 8 fully equipped soldiers. Most expensive drone. The RQ-4 Global Hawk, $200 million. This isn't your typical surveillance drone. It's a high-altitude spy platform that can watch entire countries from the edge of space. Introduced by the US Air Force in 2001, it was designed for long-endurance reconnaissance missions that would be too dangerous or exhausting for manned aircraft. With a wingspan of 131 feet, longer than a Boeing 737, it can fly at altitudes exceeding 60,000 feet, well above commercial airliners and most surface-to-air missiles. From that altitude, its sensors can scan 38,000 square miles in a single mission, an area bigger than Iceland. Most expensive multiple rocket launcher. The M270A2 MLRS, $7.2 million. MLRS stands for Multiple Launch Rocket System, and it's designed to deliver overwhelming firepower across vast distances in mere seconds. Introduced by the US Army in the 1980s and continuously upgraded, it has earned the nickname Steel Rain for its ability to blanket entire areas with explosive devastation, It can fire 12 rockets in under a minute, each capable of traveling up to 50 miles. A single volley can cover an area the size of 6 football fields. Most expensive handheld rocket launcher. The FGM-148 Javelin, $240,000. Built by the US, it is the most advanced anti-tank weapon a single soldier can carry, and it has revolutionized infantry warfare since its introduction in 1996. The Javelin is a fire-and-forget missile system, meaning once it's locked onto a target, the missile guides itself using infrared imaging. It has 2 attack modes: direct attack for bunkers and buildings, and top attack mode where the missile climbs high before diving down onto a tank's weakest point, the thin armor on top. During the recent conflict in Ukraine, Javelins have destroyed hundreds of Russian tanks and armored vehicles. Most expensive aircraft carrier. The USS Gerald R. Ford, $13.3 billion. Commissioned in 2017, it's the most advanced and expensive warship ever constructed. At 1,106 feet long, it's longer than the Empire State Building, and it displaces over 100,000 tons when fully loaded. The carrier can house up to 4,500 personnel and operates a fleet of 75 aircraft, including FA-18 Super Hornets and F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters. Its dual nuclear reactors can power the ship for over 20 years without refueling, giving it virtually unlimited range. One Ford carrier can project more air power than most countries' entire air forces anywhere on the planet within days. Most expensive transport helicopter, the CH-53K King Stallion, $138 million. Built by Sikorsky for the US Marines, this 3-engine monster can lift 36,000 pounds externally. That's 3 times the weight of a fully loaded Humvee, or roughly 24 Toyota Prius dangling beneath it. Internally, it can transport 55 troops. It has a top speed of 196 miles per hour and a range of over 600 miles without aerial refueling. The helicopter features triple redundant systems, meaning if one engine or flight control fails, it can still complete the mission safely. Most expensive fighter jet. The upgraded F-22 Raptor, $350 million. Introduced in 2005 and continuously upgraded, it remains the most advanced air superiority fighter ever built. Its radar cross-section is about the size of a marble, making it nearly invisible to enemy radar systems until it has already fired its weapons. The Raptor can supercruise, fly faster than the speed of sound without using afterburners, reaching speeds over Mach 2.25 or roughly 1,500 miles per hour. In exercises, one F-22 routinely racks up 20-to-1 kill ratios against 4th-gen jets. Most expensive radar system. The SBX-1 sea-based X-band radar, $1.7 billion. Commissioned in 2006, it was built to protect the United States from intercontinental ballistic missile attacks. The system consists of a massive phased array radar dome mounted on a modified oil drilling platform that can be repositioned anywhere in the ocean. It can detect a baseball-sized object from over 2,500 miles away, giving defense systems critical minutes to respond to incoming threats. When North Korea or another adversary fires a test missile, this is the system that tracks it from launch to splashdown. Most expensive hypersonic missile. The AGM-183 AARRW, $58 million per unit. ARRW stands for Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon. Developed by the US Air Force and successfully tested in 2023, it's designed to hit targets so fast that enemy defenses have virtually no time to react. The missile travels at speeds exceeding Mach 5, that's over 3,800 miles per hour. What makes hypersonic missiles revolutionary is their unpredictable flight path. Unlike ballistic missiles that follow a predictable arc, it can maneuver during flight, making interception nearly impossible with current technology. Most expensive air refueling aircraft. The Airbus A330 MRTT, $300 million. MRTT stands for Multi-Role Tanker Transport, and it's the most advanced aerial refueling platform in service today. Introduced in 2011, it was designed to keep fighter jets, bombers, and transport aircraft airborne indefinitely by refueling them mid-flight. Based on the Airbus A330 commercial airliner, it can carry up to 245,000 pounds of fuel, enough to fully refuel 10 fighter jets on a single mission. It has a range of over 8,000 miles and the ability to stay airborne for over 14 hours. What makes it worth $300 million is its multi-role capability. Beyond refueling, it can transport up to 300 troops or 80 tons of cargo. Most expensive AWACS. The Boeing E-7A Wedgetail, $1.3 billion. AWACS stands for Airborne Warning and Control System. Introduced by the Royal Australian Air Force in 2009, it was designed to detect, track, and coordinate air battles from hundreds of miles away. Based on a Boeing 737 commercial airliner, it's mounted with a 36-foot-long radar array on the fuselage. It can simultaneously track airborne and maritime targets at ranges exceeding 250 miles. It also features self-defense systems, including chaff, flares, and electronic countermeasures to survive in contested airspace. Most expensive submarine, the USS Columbia-class SSBN, $16.1 billion. Currently under construction with the first vessel expected to enter service in 2031, it's designed to replace the aging Ohio-class submarines that have been on patrol since the 1980s. Each submarine carries 16 Trident II ballistic missiles, each capable of delivering multiple nuclear warheads to targets over 7,000 miles away. The submarine is nuclear-powered and can dive deeper than 800 feet and remain submerged for months at a time, with a crew of 155 operating in complete silence. Most expensive space system, the SBIRS, $20 billion. SBIRS stands for Space-Based Infrared System, and it's America's eyes in space, constantly watching for missile launches anywhere on Earth. Initially developed by the US Air Force and later handed over to US Space Force, it is fully operational since 2013. It was designed to detect ballistic missile launches within seconds of ignition and track them throughout their flight. The system consists of multiple geosynchronous satellites orbiting 22,000 miles above Earth, creating a global network that covers the entire planet simultaneously. Earlier in this video, we talked about Russia's Sarmat ICBM. SBIRS is the system that would detect its launch the instant it leaves the ground, giving US defense systems the precious time needed to activate countermeasures. From Russian ICBM Sarmat to $13 billion floating city, each one represents decades of engineering and billions of dollars spent in the race to stay ahead. Thanks for watching.